What's going on, guys? Welcome to Po Boys. Before this video, I have to tell you about something pretty special. And it's only special because almost every single one of y'all has DM'd me asking,
hey Po, when are you gonna host a meet?
I'm trying to find meets around my area, but I don't know how to find them. And typically people would just like do word of mouth or like Snapchat groups or something like that, but those never really work out, and they always end up with people that just like flop and no one ever goes. They always not end up working out.
And
so
then your meet looks like regular traffic.
So there's something in this world that has revolutionized the way that you can freaking have car meets. It is Octane. I have a link to download this app in my description right here, and Octane is sponsoring this video because they're freaking great. So what you do, grab your Octane app. You're gonna see all these different events around your local area, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize there was that many car people around me. Rob, are you doing this as I'm doing this?
Bro, I'm doing this right now.
Oh look, it looks like Gavin's hosting an event. So we'll click on that. There's already 203 people going.
Wow, look at that.
Rob, you trying to go?
Bro,
look at all the different people going. There's another S550 right here. So there's all these different cars that you can see are going, and you can also press going yourself. So I want to RSVP to this event. None of my cars work right now, so I'm taking the Supermoto. Like I said, to go to a car meet, now it shows that I'm going. Now I'm in the list of basically everywhere that you can see. I'm now on the list. People can see that I'm going and what I'm driving. You can press the drive button down below on this event, and you can figure out where people are. Like say you're on a rally or something like that. You want to go somewhere to eat, and then say you want to go somewhere afterwards. You can figure out where everyone's at. There's also locations. You can set a location on here to where everyone can go. You can see live tracking at the moment and see where people are. So say someone breaks down or something like that, or if someone's getting lost, you can tell them where you're at, and you can tell them to come directly to you. And if you want even more, there's a Navigate app which takes you to the event itself. Super easy to just go and travel where you need to go. And let's go to the map tab. Look at how many different events there are all across the freaking United States. That's a lot of events.
That's a lot of events.
So if y'all are car people, you already see my screen, but here's my screen again. There's a whole lot of events going on. That's also another thing with car meets, is a lot of people don't know the exact dates and exact times.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh my gosh, when is it? Where is it? What do I do? So this makes it very clear, and it's really honestly just a dope app. Now you can go to my events. You can host your own event.
Wow.
And actually now you see that I'm going to the It's Just a Six event. You can host your own event, or say Rob is hosting a meet. If Rob wants to create a meet for me, or if I want to create an event for Rob, the Rob Subaru event or something along the lines of that, I can definitely do that. When you're at the home menu, you can click on the top left, the garage tab, and you can make your car, showcase your car for all the other app users. So I have Crack Rock on here. Then I have the Honda, which is the Po bike. And then I have the truck, which is the million mile work truck, the Po truck. And then I have my car, which I'm now naming it YEET. So for all of you that don't know, my car is now YEET, the car. Anyone who wants to use an app to help them get to car meets, because that's one of the biggest questions I receive on my channel, and they want to host their own meet, but they don't know how. This right here, Octane the app, is how you do it. Go down in the description, click that, and it will be the link to download the app. It would be greatly appreciated, and honestly, it would help a lot of questions from y'all, because I've literally gotten so many questions about this, and this app answers all of them. Go download Octane. Thank y'all very much. I love y'all. Let's proceed with the video.
Hello and welcome. This is Po Boys with a microphone. It's raining. However, I've got a buddy that needs some help, so I'm going to offer him some help. Since it doesn't look like it's raining that bad, it's just sprinkling a little bit. Therefore, it is okay for me to go out and provide my assistance. Aw. She needs chalk. Now we have chalk. There we go. All right. Okay, good audio coming hopefully everywhere forward. I don't want to clip this mic because it's a very inexpensive mic, and I figured out that the mics that I've been using have been faulty, and the GoPros, like the mics that I have won't work with my GoPro, however it'll work with other people's GoPros. And then I try this $5 mic just to see, like as a joke, just to see if it would work, and it works. So we're using the $5 mic for now. That's the only microphone that has worked on my GoPro, like at all. So it looks like we're using this, and it's starting to rain. This is dope. Oh, these roads are wet. It's been raining. Oh boy. Trying to beat the rain. I'm not trying to be in the rain. Okay, so I'm headed over to my buddy Logan's house, who's one of my buddies that rides with us. He's in a riding group. His truck, or a truck that he was in, Ford F-150. I'm not going to say anything else. But a Ford F-150 broke down. It's throwing both an engine fail or engine fail safe and a transmission faulty code, which is literally just like the biggest BS code of just like your shit's broken. However, I'm gonna go do an OBD scan on it and figure out what exactly might his problem be, whether it's just a ground or maybe there actually is a catastrophic issue. But typically with Ford stuff, it's gonna be expensive. So I'm gonna go ahead, run over there, get him an OBD2 reader because he doesn't have one. Might as well try reading the code on it to see if we can't get anywhere with it. And if not, then, I mean, stuff happens. Dang, there's hella cops out right now. It's not like I'm doing anything illegal, but there's just a lot of them out. I don't know why. Like, I've seen literally 6 of them just on my way here, and it's a mile. Dang, there is another cop. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in this direction. I don't know what the heck it is. Oh yeah, you can see it's raining. It's kind of hard to see on the GoPro because GoPro doesn't focus as well as like my eyes, because my eyes are f***ing great. I don't know exactly why it's raining right there. Like the clouds don't even look that bad, but it's raining right there. That is my garage. Y'all like my car? It's in the same condition it was from last video. Still turns on, still sounds like it's cammed, but it still needs an O2 sensor extension from the back side to the front side of the harness, because that's my problem. It's not actually anything else. If I can find my keys. Step 1, find keys. Step 2, fuck sheet up. Step 3, fuck more sheet up. Some Hostess donuts. Well, shit. Where's my damn keys? I wonder if they're in the daggone garage. Mr. Bobby. Keys. I found my keys. Dang, this thing looks great every single time I look at it. Those wheels need to be polished and the truck needs to be like turned on. Oh boy, honestly, those Dasani water bottles, I'm finna cop. I knew I would want those later, and the time is now. You can't see me, the time is now. Alright, so now I'm gonna text my buddy, figure out where he's at, go meet up with him. We beat one more time. Alright.
Drive safely.
Drive safely. Ride safe, bitch. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Come on, Visor, why are you doing this to me? I can't fix it, I got gloves on. Okay, so I need to pull into the school, fix my visor, put my visor back down because it's up, and then we should be good yet again. I really hope this audio is good. I mean, that would be great. Am I still recording? Yeah, I'm still recording. Stop. Come on, visor. Get back in place. You know how to do it. Bam. Easy done. Bam, bam, bam. Whoa, Black Betty. Bam, bam. On a motorcycle, you never want to pull out in front of anybody because that is just not smart. They could change lanes, and if they change lanes, that's your life. So like, don't just do it. There's no reason. You're not in that much of a hurry to risk possibly dying because of other people's ignorance. That's another thing about motorcycles. It's like, they're cool and all, but oh, my bike is just off. I have ran out of gas. Yeah. Alright, let me go fix this truck. Alright, just fixed his truck. His trans has officially taken a shit. Solenoids, torque converter, and pretty much everything is messed up. So he's gonna have to bring it to an actual shop to get it figured out, whether there's just a short in the wires or if it's actually a problem with something that might actually cause real problems. Probably gonna go work on my car or my truck. Probably my truck, actually. I need to get my truck running like soon. So I'm gonna go be working on all that here in just a little bit. Until then, I'll be f***ing it up in my fire truck because I can f*** it up in a fire truck without having to worry about you because I am a fire truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be replacing the IDM on the truck with the old one that I had on the truck that it did run with, because there's a good chance that I might have just replaced the IDM and the whole thing just started misfiring because the IDM that I bought could have been bad. So hopefully that's the case, and if so, then it's gonna make freaking all these buying parts a lot cheaper, because I want to make sure that the IDM isn't at fault. And if not, if I put the old one back in and it starts up just fine, then I know that there's no problems up there except for probably O-ring failure on the injectors, which probably would have to do with the long starts, as well as I'm going to replace all the relays, fuel injectors, and everything. So let's go ahead, and I'm not going to do this on camera, but I'm going to go replace that IDM because it's really early right now and y'all don't like seeing night videos anyways, and I'll get back to you in a second. All right guys, got that computer out. This is the bad computer right here. This is the one that I just freaking bought. Brand new computer off eBay, and of course it doesn't work, so going to return that if I can, because people on eBay are just dicks and they'll sell you bad parts and they'll just not even get any trouble for it because they can just not reply to any of your emails. Like I said, I'm fed up with the whole process of eBay and online selling people and all that fancy stuff, but I digress. There really isn't much I can do about it. All I gotta do is jump the truck off, and once I get it jumped, then the truck should be good back and ready to go back into its old position, old condition, like I said, and it should be able to turn on and run. I hope it turns on and runs. Just gotta get someone to jump it off. So probably gonna call Adam or something like that. He's the one with the Dodge that we've trailered to North Carolina, but probably end up getting him to jump off the truck because everyone else I know is out of town and Zorby doesn't have a vehicle, so like it's not really gonna work. So without further ado, let's get on to doing something a little more interesting. Actually, now that I think about it, I've been needing to change this blinker. It has been melted and has broke off completely, so it is time to change this blinker. Let me do that real quick. I also figured out you can't get demonetized if you put a speaker in a bucket. And yes, Caleb, I stole your speaker, I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna take some doiks, cut these guys, bam, splicers, and let me wires splice these guys. Obviously, black to black, and I believe yellow will be the... That's dope. If I can get it down here, that would be really cool. However, I'll see what I can do. I have to find a drill bit that fits this size, which might be impossible. I'll be back. No drill bit found because those are at my house. However, who needs drill bit when you have razor blade knife? Yes, sir. Now I got a right blinker. I know it's off center right now. However, I'm probably gonna take this one and move it this way whenever I find the other one of these. And I also happen to have this light as well, so I can put this shrink tubing on top of those. Get through the daggum hole. There we go. All right, now we go. Put some electrical tape on it so that way it stays watertight without any water getting inside of here, because this is exposed directly to the back tire, and I go through puddles every once in a while and it splashes water up to these guys. So you want to make sure these are watertight. Any wires that are exposed. Honestly, I really don't like to have wires exposed, but there's really no other spot on this thing right here. I wished it was boxed in so that way the wires aren't completely exposed to the elements. But I mean, that's what they invented electrical tape and heat shrink wrap and literally everything of that nature for, is specifically this. So red goes to yellow, black goes to black. Pretty simple. White gets cut. I'm gonna cut this connector off because that's just a booty connector. No one likes those. Actually, I'll go ahead and put connectors on this side since it's already freaking halfway there. These two are already crimped, or not crimped, but stripped for me to check in the connection. Now I gotta strip these wires right here. Now I gotta get that negative and strip that one as well. And the connectors are already on. All I gotta do is attach them. Oh my fucking god. This is the most annoying fucking process in the world. This will not fucking stay. And then that fucking fell. What the hell? I really cannot stand these dual sport kits that you can just buy offline. They are so poorly put together. And then here I am fucking redneck rigging this motherfucker right here. Hopefully it works after I do it. I know it will, but like, hopefully it stays working. Ah, hola son, nice to meet you. We haven't been getting along much lately because you're so fucking hot. All right, well, that works. What's going on, guys? It's kind of getting cooler outside, which means I can work in the daytime. Which means basically it's not 100% humidity at over 100 degrees, which is like Louisiana for you. And Florida. Florida sucks too when it comes to high heat and a lot of weather. But without further ado, you see truck? That's gonna be jumped off here in just a little bit. And this car, I need to figure out the widebands. The reason why it sounds like a chopped out freaking 454 big block with the biggest donkey cam is because the widebands, or the O2 sensors, these are the front O2 sensors. These read directly what the motor is putting out, and these are the rear O2 sensors. These ones don't really matter when it comes to anything because it's a rear O2 sensor, it's after the cat. That's just making sure that the cat's doing its job for emissions. This is a race car, I don't need to worry about emissions. However, I'm planning on driving this thing mostly on the track because obviously Hoosier slicks and freaking twin turbos and open headers and all that fancy stuff. Or not open headers. Header to a turbo, then turbo is just gonna be dumped. There's not
not gonna be a muffler on the turbo because that's just stupid. This wire right here is not long enough to reach all the way under the trans. This is actually the connector for it. This right here will not connect all the way to the other side of the O2 lines because the headers obviously are designed to go that way under the car. Now my headers go this way. So I'm just gonna have to cut the wire and extend it and run it to here so I can get the O2 sensors where these widebands are, so that way I can turn it on and I won't have to tune for anything because the widebands are obviously, you have to tune for widebands, whereas the O2 sensors, the computer already knows how to run them. So I'm just gonna run the O2 sensors just so I can get a clean idle and maybe get to this car to a point where I could drive it, because like I said, I've been riding the motorcycle for the past, like, what, 2 weeks now? I really just need a vehicle. Like, I don't even care if it's the car with no AC or anything. I just need a vehicle, like a car, that I can go through a drive-through, or I can go to the store and not have to freaking worry if it's raining, because if it's raining, I can't use the bike. No more wipers on the car. That's one thing that I regret already. Shit. Well, at least I can put Rain-X on the windshield. However, still, no wipers on the car. That's it. Race car. Honestly, I just want to start this hoe. You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna have to wait because I don't want all this shit to be hot when I'm working on it. Never mind, I'm sorry. I know that I'm gonna have to be doing some work on these O2 sensors, or with these lines, gonna have to be extending them. These guys, right there, 1, 2, and that. And these. So these should be the things I need here. I think these are like 16, 12 gauge, something like that. Not big, not small, just enough. So I'm gonna put these down there and then hop under the car and get those wired in. Hopefully y'all can see pretty good up under here. It's daytime, so I shouldn't need a light. All right, so there is a whole harness. What the hell is this? There is 4 whole plugs that are just not even connected to anything. I believe this is for the O2 sensor. Yep, I think it is. Which means I'm gonna have to get on this side of the trans and pick some of this stuff out of here. That's assuring. I think I might have just performed magic. Y'all can't see what I'm trying to unplug here, but honestly, I can't either. Damn, my hand's stuck. There's no room in between this bell housing. There we go. I might be able to get something happening here. There we go. Let's go, baby. Out of this bitch. Now we got this, which I can get from the top side. Sweet. Which means no more pulling to the car. Which is great because this thing's on jack stands and it sketches me out. I went from being clean to dirty real fast. Oh, I rubbed it on my shorts. All right, I believe that is O2 sensor number 1. So, let me grab this harness. Where did I put it? I literally just had this hoe. Come on now, where are you at? Oh, I really hope I didn't just damage this radiator. Oh, it took a big hit. Shit does happen. Oh, look, there it is. I don't know why, but I thought it'd be a great idea to just put it on top of my car. Hopefully now I can help figure out what these wires are and which one goes where when it comes to this O2 sensor. All right, red and white, red and yellow. Looks like blue and gray and red. Red and white, no have. Well, that should get me on the first step of the right side. I gotta go to the O2 sensor connector, figure out where I put it. I know I connected it to here, but then I put it somewhere else. Where did I put it? I really don't need it. I need it so I can, there it is. The one that's missing the pin is bottom right. So this one right here that is gray with the blue stripe is the bottom right pin. Let me make sure the gray with the blue stripe is the bottom right pin. If it is, then we're good. If not, then I'm gonna have to figure out a wiring diagram on this. I've already got one, so that's nice, but it's one of those confusing ones, so I don't want to use that one first. I'm using the easiest method first. These are attached together. Looks like so are these. Actually white with a red stripe. Well, that's blue with a gray stripe. No, that's white with the blue stripe. Okay. I really wish these never would have came out. Tis a Wade. He's gonna be like, why am I so black? Because I'm black. The blackest. Oh! Oh look, I like your wheels.
Oh!
What's up?
What's up, bro?
It's been way too long. I can't shake your hand. I'm black.
It's been too long, bro.
Yo. Okay, so the car, obviously, the front clip's taken off, but take a trip to the back of the car so you can actually appreciate the color that it is.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it is beautiful.
It's pretty dead. It looks better than, you know, the red was spray painted white.
Oh yeah, dude. So they're getting black, the black Mustang right here. Gonna get new badges all the way around and then a new third brake light. So it looks like brand new. And the hood obviously looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it looks dope. I like the black right here.
Yeah, dude, you should see it on the car in person. It's really cool. It's gonna sound really badass, but it's not running right. Hoop-a-da-boo. That's in. Any other important wires? Let's see if it works now. Probably not, but whatever. All right, so Wade had to leave. However, I'm still trying to get this thing back started because I don't know what the hell just happened. So what I did was I connected this intake right here to this evap line right here. Hopefully they're making a good connection now and is vacuum tight. In theory, it should turn on.
It's just not gonna run without those O2 sensors in, man. Definitely gonna have to fix those. So, let's do. Why did it beep so much? What? It beeped 4 times? Why is it beeping 4 times? Ignition on, turn it be down. Injector harness is still not in. Oh boy. So, or maybe it is the injector harness is in. Let me see if it'll start without that. If it does, then I know for sure then it's evap that's causing my problems. Well, I got it fixed. Let me show y'all what I did. So I took out this little evap canister right here. I didn't know exactly what it was, and I was like, it's there, and I don't like it being there, so I just took it out. So what I did was attached a wire right here to the bottom side of the evap line, and then ran that to the back side of the throttle body where this vacuum is right here. Since I haven't turned evap off on the computer, I'm leaving it connected, and now it idles perfectly fine. But man, I just can't explain how good that freaking car idles. Or it's actually idling terrible. Like it's a terrible idle. And by the way, that's not the injector harness. That's strictly just transmission and O2 harness that connects from here to here. It sounds like a choppy boy. It sounds like a big old 454 with a big old long choppy low boy on there. Boy. This thing needs a cam bad, but I've got something planned. Not for this motor, it'll be the next motor, but I definitely got something planned. Y'all be looking forward to, after I blow this motor up, which honestly isn't gonna take that long once I get it together, and get ready for some choppy boys, because it's gonna happen. So if you can see this right here, this O2 sensor connector is now ready to be connected, and the harness, oh yeah, I had to plug that back in. The harness is plugged in right now. Oop, let me unplug it. Come on now, come on out. All right, there we go. And the harness is out, and I had to plug the harness in to turn it on. I wanted to turn it on for my buddy, but he had to leave early, so he wasn't able to see it get on. Like, I turned it on a minute after he left, though. Kind of sucks, but either way, got the car running, and this is most likely injector. Reattach the vacuum for evap. All I got to do now is attach the connect the O2 sensors. So I really just have to do this one more time. Like, I can't resist. I have to turn the car on one more time. And by the way, this right here, this wire that I'm touching to 12 volt is going to be my push button start. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire this through the firewall eventually. Oh boy. And then make it my push button start, because the anti-theft system is messing up, and in these cars you just need a new ignition, and I really don't need keyed ignition because it's going to be a race car, and the door locks have a key on them. So like I said, it's race car, and you'll still need the key to turn the accessory and other power on. It's just you can't turn the actual car on without the key. So how I've been turning this on is putting this wire in there and connecting this wire to here. Got a bad vacuum leak somewhere. Got to figure out where that's coming from. Well, once I figure that out, should iron out a few more things. Right now, it's just a vacuum leak. Damn it, I got the headers hot, and all this heat insulation's burning in. Ooh, man. Now I'm gonna have to wait to take these O2 sensors out. I didn't want to do that, but all right, we're just gonna have to. However, that's pay to play. You know what I'm saying? Can't have fun without having some madness going on. All right, you can't see me, but you can see these wires. Those are 8 wires right there, all cut to size, and I'm about to cut off all of these, and then I'm about to wire strip all of these lines right here, and then once I do that, I can go ahead and splice them into these 4 right here for the driver's side, and then I'm gonna have to do the same thing I did right here and on the harness to the passenger side, which should be super simple. That's why I'm not filming it, is because it's really easy work, and you probably still can't see me. I'm probably still black, even though I'm actually freaking black. Look at this. So like, I'm gonna do this off camera because it's really boring on camera. So I'm saving y'all from clicking that double tap button to skip 10 seconds, because I'm trying to be able to afford to do all this stuff. Buy merch. If you don't buy merch, then like, I'm never gonna turbo my car because I won't be able to afford to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Buy merch. Follow me on Instagram. That's about it. If you buy merch, you'll get hose, so that's pretty cool. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a ton of extra shit that I do on my channel that you've never seen before. So That's kind of cool. All right, so I was trying to record and for some reason my camera just completely stopped working altogether. But I have all these connected. Now I just have to connect the wiring harness. These 4 wires right here, and all I gotta do is connect the colors from here to there, and then obviously I'll follow the line, make sure I don't get them crossed up or mixed up. So I'm gonna go connect these to that. Here's the extended O2 sensor. Now let's put some lube on this stuff. There we go. Now it's extended just enough so I can get it to the front of the car. Not should be a problem at all. There's my wideband. Put that right here, make sure it doesn't touch anything crazy. Here's the O2. And you can see obviously the O2 and the wideband are a little different. One thing that's great about them is they're interchangeable. So I can just thread this in here without a problem. So let me go ahead and get that guy tight, and then I'll go ahead and do the other side as well. And now I'll have O2 sensors so it can read O2 instead of wideband, because right now I can't tune for wideband because I can't tune for anything on this car right now because I don't have a tuning system. So like I said, I want help figuring out what tuning system I should use. So if y'all have anything that y'all use on a Mustang or a Chip, because you can flash on with the SCT to change everything that you need. However, I need the custom tuning software, and I've never tuned before, and I don't know if I want to practice. Actually, screw it. I'll practice on this motor. I mean, it's really not expensive. So if I blow it up, I mean, it just happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of the things. You got to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? And to plan. In theory, since there's one O2 sensor, I think I can make this thing run a lot better just because there is a single O2 sensor. It's gonna catch a lot more of the tune. It's gonna realize that it's been running rich as hell, but we're gonna try it. Connect this here. For this O2 sensor, I'm gonna connect this here. And of course, this whole harness is gonna be down there on top of the transmission, which is why this is so long. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Let me grab my key, and the ignition's already on. I need to remember to turn that thing off. I keep forgetting since the car is startable from the outside now. Sounds about right. I guess I'm charging the battery tonight. I guess this concludes my session because I can't even test it until the battery is charged. Now, this is my predicament. My car and my truck are both dead. And my motorcycle. The daggone motorcycle's dead. But at the same time, the motorcycle's not too bad because I can, it runs off the stator. Battery's dead, so it doesn't have electric start, but everything else works. Gotta start it like a man. I guess, without further ado, I leave the garage during daytime filming. Whoa, that's a ground. Wonder what the hell that's for. Watch this bitch turn on now with the actual key. That would be funny as shit if it did. I guess I am going to turn it on from the inside and see if I can get it to actually cycle now that I connected that ground, seeing hopefully if that did anything. If not, it's whatever. I mean, it's already been like that. Nope, nothing. I'm gonna try one last time to try and turn this thing on, and hopefully it turns on. If not, we get a charger. Yeah, no, I'm not turning this thing on. We tried, boys. All right, guys, so got the car in condition to where it can start. The O2 sensors, I got both of them wired up, and it's dewy, it's dewy. The camera is getting foggy as we speak. Unfog yourself. Okay, so got the O2 sensors back together. Car battery is charging right now, so by next video I'll have a startup video, and the car should run good because the O2 sensors are finally plugged in and they're extended. So I'll have a startup video of the car actually running right. It won't sound like it has the big cam that it did because it was running without O2 sensors, just giving it way too much fuel for what it could actually handle. Now I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to y'all. Make sure you go ahead and download Octane. Use the link right down there. That helps me the most, and it also helps Octane themselves. Thank y'all very much for watching. Have a good one, and remember to freaking send it. Get ready for next video. We're gonna do some hoon shit. Hey.
Buy merch!
Whoa! What?
I said buy merch.
Buy merch?
Yeah.
Kind of get hype?
What?
Buy merch?
Yeah.
Buy merch? Save Windows.
Yeah. Oh.
And follow Zorby. Zorby finally got his car running, but I'm not gonna tell everyone that.